The county discusses the tortilla throwing incident at a recent high school basketball game, the decisions that could be made tonight.
Another heat wave grips parts of San Diego County, the factor making our high temperatures more uncomfortable.
The state fines a local nursing home over allegations a caretaker abused one of the residents. Why some critics say the state is also partly to blame.
ABC 10 News at 6 starts now.
A coach fired, calls for the return of a championship title and a rally against hate. For more than a week, the fallout has continued after tortillas were thrown after a high school basketball game, leading to accusations of racism. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Tonight, the county's Human Relations Commission is weighing in on this. Our ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura joins us live with the recommendations that commission could make tonight. Anthony.
And right now, the commission is discussing some possible recommendations to the County Board of Supervisors. The commission is meeting virtually right now, and keep in mind that the county's Human Relations Commission is not an investigatory agency, and it has an advisory role. The commission works to promote positive human relations, so they felt they needed to discuss the tortilla throwing incident from June 19th, when players from the Coronado High School basketball team were seen apparently throwing tortillas at players from Orange Glen High School, which is a mostly Latino school. The incident took place after a championship game between the two schools. 4 people called into the meeting during public comment. 3 of them called it an act of bigotry and hate. 1 called the video and narrative misleading.
Let's not follow the poor examples of the many elected officials, community and national organizations whose actions do nothing to unite, but further divide.
It just takes a few people to promote hate and division, and that those few people did it that Saturday night. We cannot let them get away with it.
And some of the recommendations include anti-hate initiatives and education programs aimed at young people. We will, of course, keep on top of this story and bring you more updates as soon as it becomes available. We're reporting live tonight. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
Anthony, thank you. Taking a live look right now at La Jolla, another heat wave hits San Diego County. This one more humid than the last. You can see from that picture. Some of our inland communities, though, they saw triple-digit temperatures today. Our meteorologist Angelica Campos is here to tell us what's happening and how long this will last. You can see that humidity out there, Angelica.
Steve, it's like 2 different worlds here. We're looking at cool, cloudy near the coast, and you make your way east and it's just way too hot. In fact, excessive heat continues impacting our mountains and deserts. As we look at the numbers, 90 and 92 degrees in Warner Springs. And Julian, the numbers just dropped. It is 89 degrees now, but earlier today, 98 degrees in Mount Laguna, 85, 113 in Ocotillo Wells. Temperatures did make it to 115 earlier today. And the excessive heat warnings for our mountains and deserts will be ending tonight at 9 p.m. On average, temperatures could drop 5 to 10 degrees for tomorrow, but it may not feel all that different. And that's because the areas that are really dry today, like our deserts and even the mountains at 38%, those numbers will go up. Monsoonal moisture is going to be building into the county, expecting it to be impacting mostly our mountains and deserts. But typically moisture moves, at least monsoonal moisture moves towards the west. So sometimes we'll have to track the movement if any thunderstorms do develop. We're not expecting to see much, but a few pop-up thunderstorms could develop tomorrow, and the chances will continue for most of the week. I'll have much more in your 7-day forecast.
We will check back in. Thank you. Hot and humid weather means air conditioners on full blast and finding more comfortable conditions at the beach. ABC 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco is joining us now live in Mission Beach, where people escaping the heat inland found some relief there this afternoon. Rachel?
The marine layer is providing some much-needed relief for people living in the East County. Bea and Steve Mann brought their grandson Chase to check out Mission Bay's new park. Their home in El Cajon is much warmer.
It has been humid because my hair gets real curly in the humidity, so I have my hat on. Usually the humidity doesn't hit until around August.
Humidity is supposed to increase Tuesday and last until Thursday. An excessive heat warning is already in effect for the mountains and deserts.
Go.
back up and running.
The hot weather is keeping air conditioning technicians busy. Philo Mittman says ASI Hastings is doing its best to keep up with the calls.
When these heat waves come, we have the people who haven't used it and haven't done their services, so they're trying it for the first time, so our call volume goes through the roof, and we ended up getting backlogged quite a bit.
Mittman says part of that volume is due to the pandemic.
And everyone's been stuck working from home. They're actually using their equipment much more than before, so they're addressing these problems that they put on the back burner for so long. Now that their home office is in their home, everyone's proactive about getting the quality air.
And for those who don't have AC, the coast will be the cool spot this week, even chilly to some.
We thought it was going to be a beach day. It didn't really turn out that way.
Initially, the California ISO indicated that another flex alert might be called for today, but then late last night said that the supply should meet the demands. Reporting live along Mission Bay, Rachel Bianco, ABC 10 News.
Let's hope so. Rachel, thank you. Thousands of potential parties in San Diego vacation rentals didn't happen over the past year. That's according to Airbnb, which says its crackdown on unauthorized parties has been a success. Well, now the company says it will continue to block, quote, potentially risky reservation attempts through the July 4th weekend. Airbnb also says that anyone who doesn't have a history of positive reviews on the app will be blocked from making single night reservations.
A year ago, what we shared out was this new technology, this new system that essentially said if you are under the age of 25 and you do not have a history of positive reviews on Airbnb, we were not going to allow you to book an entire home listing.
Since last year, Airbnb says it has blocked 6,000 people from making reservations in San Diego.
During the city's COVID Recovery and Response Committee hearing today, we got a closer look at how the pandemic is impacting mental health. Here's an in-depth look at the latest data. Sharp Healthcare is highlighting COVID's impact on mental health. And today, Dr. Dara Bliss-Schwartz said 1 in 10 people met that threshold for depression and anxiety before the pandemic. But now that number is 4 in 10, and she points the finger at the pandemic.
San Diegans, like people across the globe, are experiencing a range of thoughts and emotions as they process what they've been through this year. We do not believe that the rise in shootings around the country, the rise in workplace violence, the rise in acuity in our own behavioral health patients here is coincidence.
Sharp Healthcare is using a mental health continuum to measure how someone is doing. The categories range from healthy to reacting to injured to ill. They use the colors ranging from green to red for every section. If you're in the healthy or reacting section, no medical attention is recommended. But if you are in the injured or ill category for a couple of days, you should seek help. And she recommends everyone take a minute every day and check what area they fall into on the continuum to ensure they have what they need.
A Poke restaurant in Hillcrest says vandals keep targeting it. The restaurant has suffered costly damages 3 times in just the last 6 months. Now, the latest incident happened early this morning when neighbors say that they saw someone suspicious looking near Cocos Poke. They believe that person threw baseball-sized rocks through the restaurant's windows. The owners say they never dreamed of their restaurant being vandalized in a community like Hillcrest.
We were so happy to open this business, and now I never thought I was going to go through all this.
The owners tell us the vandals have shattered the windows each time. They say the repairs are costly and it may force them to close their doors for good.
Well, a Chula Vista man died after being pulled from a lake in Fresno over the weekend. Investigators say 44-year-old Martin Heth was on a jet ski with one other person. Both ended up in the water. Heth was wearing a life jacket but was unconscious when a Good Samaritan pulled him from the water. It's believed he was submerged for 20 to 30 minutes. He was rushed to the hospital but passed away. There is no word on if the other person in the water was hurt.
Wait times at the border could soon drop for people coming and going from Mexico. State and Mexican leaders signed an agreement today, partnering to open a new port of entry in Otay Mesa. The port will connect to State Route 11 east of the 905. It will be a 4-lane toll road with the promise of a state-of-the-art wait time detection system. Both California and Mexico will develop the port. It's expected to be open by late 2024.
Californians who received unemployment benefits during the pandemic have just days left to get health insurance for as little as $1 a month. The low premium is made possible by the American Rescue Plan, signed into law back in March. It infused billions of dollars into the state's healthcare marketplace, covered California. The deadline to sign up is this Wednesday, the 30th. Coverage begins the very next day through the end of the year.
The pandemic really changed the way that we look at healthcare. And this is something it's put a spotlight on it, reminded us all how important it is to have access to quality care.
We have a link for anyone who wants to find out if they're eligible on our website, 10news.com. Just search Covered California.